Hello everyone, Nick Poling here, and you're watching another episode of Cable Chatter on KISS TV Channel 5 and www.kisstv5.com. Welcome everyone, and I'd like to introduce my special guests for today, Mrs. Shelly King and Mr. Corey Rose. Welcome.
Thank you, Nick.
It's good to have you both on here. So, of course, Shelly, we've seen you before. You're representing K.I.S.S, and as we can see, pets worth saving, and we know a little about that. Corey, we haven't had you as a guest yet on this show, so tell us a little about what you do with your service in town.
I'm Corey Rose. I'm owner and operator of Tri-County Tree Company. I'm a 1997 graduate at Union City Community High School. I married my high school sweetheart, Carrie Bausman. We've been married for 14 years, and we are blessed with 5 children.
Okay, glad to have you both here today, and just tell us a little about your company that you have in town, if you would, Corey.
I'm the owner-operator, again, of Tri-County Tree Company, and I provide a commercial residential tree service.
Okay. All right. Tell us a little about the products that you offer people if they wanted your service. Actually, obviously tree trimming, but is there anything else?
Yes, we do complete tree removal. We do trimming, pruning. We do landscape maintenance. We do woodland upkeep, and we provide fall leaf removal. Okay.
How did you get involved in this industry?
I worked at the Union City Body Company after high school, and I worked there for approximately 6 years.
Okay.
And after the plant closing, I became a stay-at-home dad and began pursuing my career in the tree business.
Okay. And you had some experience in landscaping as well, didn't you?
Yes, I worked for Walson Nursery during high school.
Okay. Okay, so you got a lot of experience through that, working outdoors with trees, with landscaping and all that, and so you have a lot of expertise in that field, so that's really great. Shelly, tell us a little about K.I.S.S, just in case anyone who hasn't maybe had this chance to see our shows that we've had in the past, or promotions, or dealt with K.I.S.S. Tell us a little about K.I.S.S, just in a nutshell.
Okay, in a nutshell, we were formed in July of 2010. We have a 7-member board. We meet monthly, and our goal is to reunite lost or stray dogs with their owners, or if that's not possible, to find them a new loving home after 7 days. And since we have formed at that time, we have helped approximately 325 plus dogs in the Union City area to either be reunited or to find homes for them. We're in the process of building a new facility, a brand new facility on South Plum Street. We're very close to having that finished. The outside has been done for some time now, and we're basically just working on the inside. So hopefully within a couple of months we'll be in our new facility, and we'll have a ribbon cutting, invite the public down, because it has truly been a community project. We've had a lot of people donate man hours or donate materials or support us in various ways. So we'll have a public opening, and everybody can come and see the great work that's going on there. Okay, really great. And of course, if you have ever encountered Shelly King, you will know that she is very passionate about what she does. And how long has K.I.S.S been in the Union City area? Of course, you're a not-for-profit. How long have you been established? We formed in July of 2010. Okay, and ever since then, you've had the same goal, what you just outlined for us, and you've had fundraising efforts to be able to provide the service that you do for our community. And right. We solely rely on fundraising, private donations, and a few grants. We have been blessed by the Community Foundation of Randolph County and received a grant through there, and also through a trust fund through First Merchants Bank. We received a grant through there, so we're very appreciative of those organizations as well as the entire community, and even people outside our community. We have people as far away as England who send us donations because they're very passionate about animals. So, I mean, I know that sounds funny, but people across the country have really supported our local organization. Either they have lived here before, or they have some tie to Union City and they love animals. So. Okay. Well, and we know that the community is very grateful for all that your efforts have done to provide the service for our town and for those animal lovers who may not be able to specifically, maybe I can't do something specifically, but maybe I can support what you do and what your volunteers have helped you with in K.I.S.S. And so that brings us back to Corey. Corey, why are the two of you here today? What is there a partnership going on between the two of you?
I approached Shelly at her place of business, the Corner Cupboard, and I shared with her some ideas that I had to give to her organization, and I asked her if she would be the recipient. So during the month of May, all work that Tri-County Tree Company does in the Union City area, we are going to give K.I.S.S 10% of our earnings.
Okay, that's really great, and that's just to simply put, you're taking, yeah, any business that you receive, 10% of that goes as a donation to Paws for the month of May. So yeah, if I were in need of your service, I'd be not only supporting a local business, I'd be supporting a local not-for-profit, wouldn't I?
Correct.
Okay, very good. What inspired you to do this partnership? Why is that?
Well, I want the community to know me for the business service that I provide, but also I want them to know that I want to serve the community and their needs as well.
Okay, so kind of giving back to the community, okay. And we're seeing here a partnership between a service industry, and then the not-profit, which doesn't happen typically. Usually not-for-profits, we try to look out for each other, or commercial industry either tries to partner or look out for each other, but what you're doing is you're supporting local industry. And why do you find that is important?
Well, I think anytime that folks work together, whether it be in the business community or in the private world, I think it's your outcome and the results are going to be much greater, and that's why Shelly and I are going to lead by example.
Okay, and this is a plan that you've had at least in the works for a while, and is this going to be an ongoing plan that we can see in the future?
Yes, we are going to be we will look into other ways of supporting the community, whether it be financially or just provide manual labor or whatever the community needs us to do.
Okay, and that's doing a little bit more of your part as a community member and as a commercial industry, not just going after advertising just as it were. I mean, you do that too, but in branching out in other ways, you're able to give something back, and I think that really sets you apart maybe from your competition, doesn't it? In a lot of ways, I don't hear about this happening a lot. Have you ever heard any of other industries doing something similar to this?
Oh, I'm sure there's probably somewhere. I'm sure we're not unique, but maybe we're unique to our area. But
okay.
We invite anybody to get on board and join us.
Okay, and that's a unique opportunity for our citizens. And tell me, Shelly, about when Corey approached you about this, what some of your reactions to this and what you thought?
Okay, well, we think it's wonderful, of course, anytime that someone is willing to support Paul's financially or by giving their time or in any way, we really appreciate it very much. And another example of another business that has done that in the past is Pizza Hut. When we first formed Paul's, Ron Pruitt approached us about doing a buffet benefit, and to date we have done I think 5 of those, and they've been very successful, great fundraisers for Paul's, but yet it also brings business into Ron's restaurant, so it's been a great partnership, and we hope that we can bring some business into Corey, maybe somebody that may not have thought of him before, that needs this service done, but they think, well, gee, that's for Paul's, I'm going to call Corey, he's going to do a great job, and then they're going to continue to use him in the future, so we think it's going to be great for both organizations.
Great, and maybe in another month we can have you back on here and see maybe who the next partner you'd like to go with as far as not-for-profit work, and how we can continue supporting our community, both the not-for-profit and you as a local business owner. And I've always found in town, in the town our size, in our community like ours, supporting local industry is important. But let's bring out some of those reasons. Either one of us, why do we think that's an important aspect of our community, to keep things local? Either one, I don't care. Yeah.
Oh, I just think, I just think working together, and whatever the needs are, I just think it makes us stronger, and we're sowing the seeds of tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and it's important for our next generation going on, isn't it, to understand that a community can work together. We can spend $20, at a local restaurant or a local business, or we could, spend that money out of town, and a lot of the times it doesn't end up back in our local community, I've found. So, and that's just exactly what you're doing here, is trying to keep all of that money that would be spent somewhere out of town. They could contract your service somewhere else. They could look towards another not-for-profit that does a similar operation. But since we're doing it right here, that only helps our community grow stronger, and then offer those services that maybe we're not able to offer. Let's go back to Paws a little bit. You said you're building a new facility. So give us a little update on what's going on with that. how are we doing with that?
Okay, it's doing great. As I said, we have most of the outside done. Of course, we have some landscaping to do, but the outside structure is completely done, the exterior rather. Inside, basically the rooms have all been drywalled, and we'll be ready to paint anytime. We have most of the inside things donated. We have some office furniture, lobby furniture. I'm trying to think, the hot water heater was donated by Ohio Valley Gas. We have a lot of the inside furniture and equipment that has been donated. So once we get it all done, we'll be moving all that in. In fact, 2 washer and dryer sets, one from Whirlpool Corporation, a brand new set, and then Rod and Marlene Fosnight of Union City donated a used, but it wasn't very used, set of washer and dryers. So a lot of things, and basically we have some painting to do, some work back in the kennels, but it shouldn't be too much longer. As I said, hopefully in a couple of months we'll have everything done, and it's just been amazing how many people have contributed in some fashion. And when we have our grand opening, we're going to try to recognize as many of those people as we possibly can, because it is truly amazing how many people are involved.
So a lot of people are involved. Are these all volunteer-based work that you're doing?
Most all of the work has been donated. We've had some people that have, some contractors that have basically given us a discount of some sort, which we appreciate just as much. But our general contractor has been Ed Ruskowski since the beginning, and he has been wonderful. Donated, I don't know how many man-hours to see this project through, and we broke ground in March of 2012. So it's been quite a long process, and he's been with us every step of the way. And then, although we've had many volunteers, 2 of our main volunteers have been Greg Hufford and Mark Willis, and they have pretty much been there. I don't even know how many hours. I couldn't guess how many hours they've been there to help. So we'd really like to give a big thank you to both of those guys for doing so much work down there. Okay,
really great. And when this is all finished out, you're going to have a grand opening, like you said, a ribbon cutting, maybe ceremony. Okay. How many animals would you be able to house in that?
We have 12 kennels, which now doesn't sound like very many. When we first started, we were probably averaging 4 or 5 dogs, and we thought 12 sounded like a huge number of animals. But we surpassed that a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah, we're basically, our average is probably 12. Sometimes we have more. We've had as many as 17 at one time, and sometimes if we're lucky, we have less. But we're very fortunate that we have people who are willing to foster animals in their home and to keep them from having to go to the kennel. So right now we have, I think, just 2 in foster care. At times we've had as many as 6 or 7. No, we have 3 in foster care right now. I apologize. But anyway, regardless, we have about 12. So we're going to be pretty full once we get going, and we hope we can continue to rely on people to foster the dogs. Now, cats, I know that's been a big a concern about people in the community. We do have a special room called the Cattery. We do plan to, at some point, take in a very small number of cats and see how it goes. We will not take them in as soon as we open, because we want to get in and get settled with the dogs and get our routine down, and then we will sort of go into that area, but we're not quite sure how that's going to work. So we're going to give it a try, see how it goes. If we find that we just can't, do it, then we'll probably get out of the cat business right away, but we are going to give it a try. But people just need to be patient with us, give us time to get settled, and then we'll go into that.
Because the facility needs are different between the 2 animals. It's not identical.
Exactly. It's a whole different ball game. So we're gonna, but we are definitely gonna try it in a small number, but it'll be just a bit yet.
Okay, but there are ongoing needs, of course, as a not-for-profit. You have your funding sources here, there, and a few different places, but ongoing, of course, you always have your expenses. One may be food. I'm sure I'm missing all kinds. Ongoing, you're going to have facility maintenance.
Exactly.
All of these kinds of things. So partnerships like what Corey's doing, and maybe other industries, can help to continue what Paws's efforts are doing to continue making our community a greater place, and finding homes for these lost dogs and abandoned dogs, and so what you're providing is great need in our community, and I know the community really appreciates it. And so going on with that, we want to make sure that people can reach you, Corey, so that if they wanted to support Paws, and they had some maybe needs for tree trimming, planting, removal, any of those needs, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, you can find us in the newspaper. You can find us on K.I.S.S TV. You can find us on a billboard. You can listen to us on the radio, or you can call us at 964-9127, or you can email us at tricountytreeco@gmail.com.
Okay, and we're going to put all that contact information on our website, and of course it's running on the bottom of the screen. We'll run that at the end of the program as well, so everyone can see it again. And now let's say if they wanted to get in touch with you, Shelly, with Paws, if they wanted to just work one-on-one with you, or maybe have a donation, an idea, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, first of all, they could stop by the Corner Cupboard, which is the Hallmark store in downtown Union City where I work, anytime, and stop in to see me. And also, our phone number is 765-575-5317.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page, Paws Animal Rescue and Shelter. That's a place where they can go to find all kinds of information about lost or found dogs, fundraisers we have, ways they can help, and also see our adoptable dogs. We're also listed on petfinder.com. You can go there and see all of the adoptable dogs that we have as well. So those are some of the ways they can get in touch with us.
Okay, so petfinder.com, I didn't know about that. Or are you getting a picture, a description?
Exactly.
Okay.
And petfinder.com has been our #1 successful tool in getting our dogs adopted. We're proud to say that we've had adoptions from as far away as almost to Chicago, up by Michigan City, Indiana,
Really?
as far west as Lafayette, Terre Haute, as far south as Louisville, Kentucky, and as far east as Marion, Ohio, which is about 3 hours away.
Wow.
So we have a huge radius where we have sent dogs away, but Petfinder has by far been our #1 tool, successful tool in getting dogs adopted. But we do appreciate K.I.S.S TV because, as you know, and the community knows, they see dogs on there all the time. Either dogs are lost or found. If someone calls us and reports a dog missing or a found dog, within 10 minutes it goes on our Facebook page, which reaches hopefully thousands of people, because we put it on and then other people share it and they share it and share it and gets shared many times. And it also goes on K.I.S.S TV, which, you know, lots and lots of people will see it on there. And we send out an email to what we call our Pals of Paws, and it reaches about 200 different addresses, including several vets, animal shelters, police officers, sheriff's department, and a lot of animal lovers in the community. So within 10 minutes of a dog being either lost or found, we can get that posted, and literally thousands of people can see that, and that's why we've been so successful in getting dogs reunited back with their owners.
Okay, before we get into maybe the next adoption process of how maybe someone would do that, if we were to find you on petfinder.com, go to petfinder.com, do we have to do a search maybe for Paws, or are you easy to find in
the easiest way is to type in Union City zip code, which is 47390. That's the quickest way. Just type that in the zip code box. Otherwise, you can type in Paws Animal Rescue and Shelter, and all of our animals will come up.
Okay, I think that's probably the easiest. Yeah, just type in the zip code at petfinder.com. You'll find the animals that and a picture, a description, and maybe even a process of getting in contact with you for adoption. What is the process if they were just to get in touch with you, call you up today, and is there a fee? Is there some paperwork to fill out? Go ahead.
Both. We have an adoption application that has to be filled out. It's 4.5 pages long, which sounds kind of excruciating, but it's not that painful, really. And for anyone who is serious about adopting a pet, they don't mind going through that process. We do ask for references, and those references are called, including vets, landlords, and 3 additional references. If that application is then approved, then we move on to the next step, which is a site visit. Now, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the dogs are way out of our area, and it's not possible for us to travel that far. So as long as the application looks to be great and is approved, we do accept email pictures of their home and their yard, but we want to see, you know, where the dog is going to live to make sure that it's a safe and loving environment. Now, we're not looking for $1 million homes. We're not looking, you know, to do a white glove test or anything like that. It's just basic, you know, we want to make sure that it's a safe environment for the animal. If they say they have a fenced-in yard and we go to their house and they don't have a fenced-in yard, you know, there's going to be a little issue there. But those are the kind of things that we're looking for, and they don't have to have a fence to adopt adopt one of our dogs. That's not one of the requirements. However, one of the requirements is that it be an indoor dog. We want our dogs to be part of the family. We love our animals when they leave. We all cry, you know, we get attached to them. We certainly don't want them to be just running loose out in the country, you know, to get hit on the road or anything like that. So we do require that they be part of the family. Dogs are social animals, and they really do want that. So that's one of the processes. But after the site visit is approved, there is an adoption fee, and it's just $71, which is very, very reasonable if you compare that to a lot of adoption agencies around.
Sure.
That covers an ID tag and a microchip, so that hopefully that dog will never ever have to spend another minute in a shelter again. So they will have a permanent ID in their neck, a little microchip that will trace them back to their owner if they're ever lost, and anyone scans them, whether it be a vet, animal control officer, or a shelter, they can scan them and get that back to to the owner. And that's a wonderful tool of getting dogs reunited. That's one of the biggest issues that we have, are that people do not put tags on their animals, or they do not get them microchipped. They get out, and usually the words that people usually tell me when we get them reunited is, they've never gotten out before, but it only takes one time, and they can be gone forever. And in most cases, a lot of dogs never get back, you know, to their owners because of that. But the other part of the fee of $71 covers all vetting to date, and whatever we have done, whether it be, you know, the dog has special medical needs, or definitely vaccinations and heartworm tests are included. But if they have special needs that they have to have other shots or medication, we take care of all that. Whatever we have done to the point of adoption, we cover. If the dog happens to be spay or neutered, and we try to do that if we can prior to adoption, then the fee remains at $71. If the dog is not spayed or neutered and they adopt it and show proof of having the dog spay or neutered, then we will refund $25 back. So then it becomes even just $46 basically for the adoption. But we really want to encourage that to help control the pet population, obviously, and also it makes the animal much more healthier in their older years. So if they're spay or neutered.
Okay, but in a simple process, and it's a lot of the work is done for you as a result of that fee. So, you know, it's not like, here you go ahead and get to the vet, and here's the shots you need. You've already taken care of a lot of that, the tagging, all of that, so that you can just take the dog home and make it part of the family, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Give it lots of love.
Right,
for the rest of its life.
Right. Okay. And that's part of your goal in this, and part of what Corey is doing to support you in that. And I appreciate both of you being here today. I'll give you just a few minutes if there was any closing thoughts, anything that maybe we've forgotten to mention.
I just want to thank you, Nick, and your staff. You did a great job today, and I want to thank Shelly for taking this on, and we look forward to serving the community.
Okay. Thank you both for being here today, and we're going to run the contact information again. Just make sure that everyone knows phone numbers and email address. One more time, Corey. The best number to get you at would be?
765-964-9127.
Okay, and the email?
TriCountyTreeCo@gmail.com.
Okay. And Shelly, again, the phone number and email and Facebook, I know there's several.
Sure, it's 765-575-5317, and our email address is actually Paul's Animal Rescue and Shelter at yahoo.com, or they could also email Mackenzie107@embarkmail.com.
Okay. Also find you on Facebook if if they want to see some updates that are happening. Of course, that's a great way. So thank you so much for both of you being here on Cable Chatter today. I encourage our viewers to get in touch with either Corey or Shelly. Become part of something larger. Become part of something that will make our community a greater place to live, work, play, just to live and to grow a next generation that is part of serving our community, the needs of our community, and making it a greater place, and a place that people want to live and grow and prosper. So we appreciate you tuning in, and we encourage you to get in touch with both of these great people. So thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.